Welcome back to my channel. It's Alexis Weaver here at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Nevada Properties. Today we have Eddie from Axia Home Loans, and he's going to be getting us started in the process of buying a home. So thank you so much, Eddie. We have Eddie here today from Axia, and he's going to be walking us through the process of buying a home.
Good morning, Eddie Cepeda, Axia Home Loans, Senior Loan Officer. It's a pleasure for you
Thank you so much for being here. So, what are one of the first things that a client would need to go through to get the process rolling?
So the first step is getting the paperwork. So the documents that you're going to need would be 2 years of tax returns, the most recent, 1 month of current pay stubs, 2 months of bank statements or asset accounts where the down payment's coming from, and the closing costs for the house.
Okay.
There's going to be needing that. And the next thing we will need is if you had a foreclosure, short sale, or bankruptcy in the last 7 years, you're going to need to have documentation to support that so the lender can review that. Once that information is obtained by the borrower and provided to the lender can go ahead and pull their credit after the client has filled out the application. The application can either be done online, which I'll provide you the link, or the loan officer can do it over the phone.
Okay, perfect.
To get that. So that's the first step to get the process going.
Right, and that would be getting pre-approved.
Correct. There's two type of qualifications, and in this market, I recommend getting pre-approved. And I'm gonna talk about what pre-approval is and pre-qualification.
Yes.
So pre-qualification is basically just filling out the application, no paperwork or anything. And pre-approval is actually providing that list of documentation. So in this market, and because the houses are flying off really fast,
yes,
it is very important to be pre-approved. We can pre-qualify you and have the conversation, but before the real estate agent goes out there to show houses, we recommend that you are fully approved in order to put in that offer. If not, a lot of them are not even accepting pre-qualification letters.
yes, definitely.
Those are the general steps.
Okay. And as far as credit, because a lot of people are concerned about what credit score they need.
Correct. So we're going to talk about the credit part. So there's several loans. There is an FHA and VA loan. There's a government loans. The FHA is the Federal Housing Administration, and VA is for veterans. You have to be a veteran or in the military to be able to use those. And for FHA and VA, you need a middle FICO score of 600.
Okay.
And then there is conventional loans, and for those you need a middle score of 620.
And when you say middle score?
So as a lender, when we pull credit, there's 3 credit scores. There's Experience, TransUnion, and Equifax. So let's use, for example, let's say you have 800 FICO score, 700 FICO score, and a 600. We will use the middle of the 3, which in this case will be 700.
Okay.
On that. So that's what the lender will go ahead and use. So those are the minimum requirements. Now, if you are not at those FICO scores, let's say for FHA, for VA of 600, as a lender, I can work with you to get your credit scores up. We'll be able to tell you, you need to pay off a credit card, you need to pay off a collection, you need to do this, you need to do that. We'll be able to advise you so we can get your scores up where you need to. And conventional loans require you to have a middle score of 620.
Okay.
And we'll talk about the down payments. The down payment part for an FHA is a minimum of 3.5% down payment. So if you're buying a home for $100,000, your minimum down payment will be $3,500. VA, minimum of 0 money down. And then on a conventional, if you're a first-time home buyer, that means that you have not owned a home for the last 3 years. The minimum down payment would be 3%, and on a $100,000 purchase, that would be $3,000.
As far as the percentages for down payment, is that based on your credit or is that like standard?
Standards, just standard. You can have, for example, on an FHA, 600 FICO score or 800. The minimum down is going to be 3.5.
Okay, nice,
Okay.
nice.
So the next topic I want to point out is sometimes not everybody has it.
Oh yes, the down payment assistance.
So the state of Nevada offers a program called Home is Possible. I will send the link.
Yes, we'll provide all the links.
All these links will be provided to you. And what they do is they will give you technically the down payment. So we'll use an example. There's several parts on that grant, and when you get that information from the link, you'll be able to see which ones they are. They offer a grant for 3%, 4%, and 5%.
The purchase price or
of the loan amount.
Okay.
For the loan amount. So for example, let's just use the grant for 4% on a FHA government loan. In that scenario, they're giving you 4%, 3.5% is going to be for the down payment, and then you have the other half a percentage left of money to go towards your down payment. Towards your closing costs. Closing costs are roughly about 3% of your purchase price. So if you're buying a $300,000 home, estimate your closing costs to be about $9,000. So the grant will basically cover your down payment, but then you still have to have money for your closing costs, unless the seller's able to provide that, but not too much in this market right now.
Right, exactly.
So I would recommend all around, let's say if you're not going with the grant, and we'll use an FHA as an example, you're gonna need 3.5% down, and then about 3% closing costs. Of that, so on that.
Perfect. I think that was
I think that's pretty
everything.
much
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that should be pretty much what we covered on there. So,
Yeah, thank you so much.
no,
That
thank
was
you.
really helpful information.
Yeah, and feel free with any other questions or anything else. I'll be glad to help you out.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I'll also provide Eddie's contact information in the description below. So thank you guys for watching, and we hope you learned something.
Have a blessed day. Take care of yourself.
Everything is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share.